This is Rich, Hot, and Free. Welcome to another episode of Rich, Hot, and Free. I'm Jill Stanton, and today I'm going to get a little spicy. Shocker, I know. And I'm going to go through some of the most common upper limits or blocks that I see people stumbling through that end up sabotaging their success and everything they say they want. And I imagine you'll probably be able to spot at least one of these in your own experience, or have dealt with at least one of them on your journey up until now. Because here's the thing, like, most people say they want the money, right? The money, the freedom, the recognition, the next level of success. But most of them are still playing to not lose, or making smaller moves than they know they want to make, and then wondering why the big things aren't happening for them. And I've coached hundreds of entrepreneurs over my years in this game, maybe even thousands at this point, and the patterns are always the same. So today I'm going to share 3 of the most common things that I see people doing that block their success and everything they say they want. So the first is giving their power away to external shit. And what I mean by this is you keep outsourcing your authority to money, or needing the right strategy, or needing timing to be perfect for you. Or you're giving your power away to other people's opinions, or other people's validation, or the circumstances that are outside of your control. And that has you thinking shit like, when this happens, then I'll do this. When this happens, then I'll invest that. Which has you waiting for the perfect timing instead of just creating it. Okay. It has you waiting for more sales before you invest in the coach. It has you waiting for more confidence before you sell with conviction. It has you waiting for more validation before you start showing up more boldly in your content. It has you waiting for more likes before you start posting consistently. Do you see what I mean? When people do this, they're in a pattern of waiting and a pattern of outsourcing their power to other people who might not, actually probably don't have what they want. And then they wonder why it feels like they're stuck in a loop. I see this all the freaking time when people get hung up with strategy, and they don't realize that any strategy works when you're in your power going for it. Okay? So it's not about strategy. It really comes down to the fact that you don't trust yourself. And so you're looking outside of yourself for, like, quote unquote, the best way to sell this, instead of just doing what you want to do. Because I'll tell you right now, the woman who wins, she backs herself. She sells the way she wants to sell. She makes powerful decisions even when there's uncertainty. And then she backs them with action. Because she trusts herself. She believes in herself. And that's why she wins. Because she backs herself. No matter what, non-circumstantially. That is the energy of playing to win. Okay? Playing to win is not outsourcing your power. Playing to win is doing what you want to do because it's the most alive thing to you. Whereas playing to not lose is giving your power away to external shit and then acting surprised when you don't win. Okay? So that's the first one. The second way people block themselves from the success that they say that they want is creating only what you want, not what the market will buy. I know I just said do what you want, but here's the thing. I know your offer is probably genius, okay? It might be exciting, but if no one's buying, then you either missed the mark on what they are struggling with, or you didn't position it correctly. So I know I just said, do what you want. But also you have to read the room. So many people create only what they want, and they don't think about the thing that keeps their dream buyer up at night. They don't think about the high value problems that your dream buyers are struggling with. And you got to think, like, what pain are they trying to solve, or what results or outcomes do they want? Like, what can they not stop thinking about? And then once you know that, then you have to show them why you're the one who can help them with that thing, or can help them achieve that thing. And if you miss this part of your sales strategy or your offer strategy, your offer will miss the mark and people just won't move the way that you want them to. Okay? So to clarify, I want you to create offers that you love, and also you need to speak to what people are already hungry for. Because if you don't, then no, your offers won't sell the way that you want. And then you'll think that it's a you thing, but really it's a market and positioning thing. Okay, so you need to get clear on that and then weave all of that intel into your messaging and your positioning for your offer. Okay, get nuanced and specific with who you serve and how you serve them, and how you're different to everyone else out there who's trying to serve them. And then use that to stand out and speak only to your dream buyers and the people who are best aligned with your offers and your work. All right? And the final thing I see people cock blocking their success with is they operate out of fear and they try to like white knuckle and control the outcome. And like I said before, they play to not lose. And I get it. Like you say you're playing big, but then your actions like communicate, oh, please just let this work without me having to risk anything. And that's never going to get you to the level that is required for you to create the success you want. Okay? So what this might look like is you're not willing to be seen, or you're not willing to fail, or you're not willing to have hard conversations, or set higher standards, or hold stronger boundaries, or sell like a ferocious motherfucker, or roll out more disruptive content or messaging, or to even back yourself. Like, this is what people get stuck in, and then they complain that it's not working, or they come up with all these excuses why it's not a good time, or why they can't do it, or why the deck is stacked against them, or whatever it is. And none of that is true. It is simply that you are you are not playing at the level that is required to create the success that you say that you want. Another way that people operate out of fear or like try to control the outcome is by letting your fear of criticism or judgment stop you from putting your ideas out there, or stop you from getting your work in front of the people who need it, or stop you from being more disruptive because you're still trying to be liked by people who were probably never going to buy anyways. And on that note, like, you really don't need everyone to like you. Fuck no. Like, that's such an impossible feat, and it's boring. Like, you don't need everyone to like you. What you need is the balls to not be liked by the people who aren't your dream buyers. Okay? Because the ones who win, they move with audacity and courage. They're bold. They back themselves and their ideas. They're daring. They move before they feel ready to. They're courageous. They're comfortable, or at least they create comfort with uncertainty. They show up even when they're scared. They're willing to look silly. They're willing to move when most people aren't. And most of all, I would think this is a huge one, they do not wait for permission from their feelings to do big shit. And that is the vibe and the energy that you need to anchor into if you want 2026 to be your biggest and best year yet. You don't need to avoid discomfort. That's not how you have a big year. Okay? You have a big year, you become big, and therefore you have a big year by prioritizing discomfort, by seeking it out, because you know that when you do, you level up. You become the version of yourself who wins no matter what. You don't become the woman who wins at obscenely high levels without ever navigating stretchy experiences or moments. Okay? You become the one who wins by trusting yourself enough to know that you can handle it, because you're a savage and you're committed to winning. And if this energy vibes with you, if you can see yourself in any of these points that I shared today, or if you know that you're currently doing this, if you know you are currently cock blocking your success by outsourcing your power or playing to not lose or going in a loop of like creating shit that the market doesn't want, then I want you to come join me for Resurrected. I've been talking about this a lot. It's a 90-minute free activation that's going to help you activate the identity of the one who wins. Because I promise you right now, you can handle this. And not just handle it, thrive because of it. Live your best fucking life because you believe in yourself enough to really go for it. That is what we're going to do in Resurrected. We're going to shake off the sad bear energy of 2025, release the beliefs and the limits that keep you in this struggle energy, and activate the identity and the mentality of the woman who wins at obscenely high levels. So if you know you want that in 2026 and you want to feel alive and insanely successful, then you'll sign up for this and you'll join me for this ferocious transmission. And if you're really all in, straight up, listen to me when I say this, you'll come into the VIP experience with me, where you'll get full access to the replays, a full hot seat session that is just for VIPs, plus some other juicy bonuses that I have lined up for you. So if you're ready for that, if you're craving that kind of energy, then I would love for you to go to jillstanton.com/resurrected, and let's see how big you can go when you step out of your limits and into your power. All right. So I'll drop that link in the show notes. And if you know someone who could use this kick in the pants, this episode, then I would be so grateful that you shared this episode or this show in general, because I feel like today was a bit of a feisty one. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.